back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna. I'm a little bit spooky. Today we're doing some coffee and makeup. We're gonna talk about morning routines and goal setting, taking care of ourselves, and some traumatic experiences with an MRI machine and an IV. We're gonna talk all about it, catch up on things, talk about some makeup too, just because I can't not talk about makeup if I'm doing makeup. But yeah, we're just gonna create this really summery, springy summer look here that I got going on. It's like a grassy green goodness with a nice, not your grandma's coral lip vibe. And we'll be using the Natasha Denona Metropolis because this is just one of my favorite palettes and I can't not use it. I haven't used it in like 2 months, and so I was like, must use. So we go in with this gorgeous grass green shade on the lid and top it with a little bit of a glittery topper and just have fun, play makeup, chit chat, yeah, spend some time together. So if that interests you, just go ahead and keep on watching. Before you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, let me know what's going on in your life. How are you doing? Do you have a morning routine? Do you have goals that you set for yourself that are within a shorter time span, that are like more attainable goals? Like my goals are very like minor goals. Like they're small things, but they're things that I struggle with. So yeah, let me know down below all that info. And if you've ever had a MRI, medical scans, all that, let's talk about that in the comments too. Heck, why not? So without further ado, let's get into the makeup, the chit chat, the hangout sesh. Go ahead, grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your matcha, your cocktail, whatever it is you want to grab, a snack, and yeah, let's get into the video. Cheers. Got my espresso, my latte this morning. I'm loving making my own lattes. It's a thing. But yeah, I thought we'd do a little coffee makeup situation, hang out, chit chat a bit, and create a pretty springy summer look. I'm in the mood for some makeup that just makes me feel happy and kind of cheery because I'm feeling pretty good today. But yeah, for eyes, I want to reach into the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette because there's a shade in the center here called Lethal, which is this gorgeous, vibrant, this beautiful grass green. That is a perfect springy green right there. So I want to create a look with it. And yeah, that's my plan today. I'm just going to hang out with you guys, talk about what's going on, how you been, and all that kind of thing. Yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to grab a fluffy brush. I'm going to use this little cute little dude from the Cookies and Cream collection. Make sure it's clean before I get started. This is the biggest little fluffy brush in the set, I do believe. Let me pull my other ones. I'm going to go into the shade first called Rhizome. I don't know how to pronounce that one. I never do. It's the kind of mustardy brown shade right here. I'm going to hold the palette up to show you what shades I'm talking about. But it's this one right here. I'm going to take that through the transition and crease. This is a powder formula. Just kind of start the look out. I've already primed my eyes as usual and did all of that. And skincare, nothing new and nothing's changed with that. Brows might be a little large and in charge today. I don't really have a particular topic I was planning to talk about today, honestly. I just kind of sat down and wanted to do some makeup and said, well, let's just talk and do a little video together and catch up on life. So I've had an interesting couple of weeks. If you watch my vlogs, you'll know all this already, but not everybody watches those and not everybody watches these. You know, it's kind of one of those things. We had a nice little trip out of town for a friend's birthday. That was good. I was just kind of tuckered out from that because we stayed out real late. And then last Wednesday, I had to go have a ultrasound and MRI done on my boobs. So that was a whole day out of town as well, 2 hours south. I feel like we've been driving so much, and we're going to be going 2 hours south again in the other direction in a couple of days for family. But man, it just feels like travel. Every week we've been on the road. But my MRI was good results. Everything's fine. All clear. It was a MRI on my boobs, which was an odd experience. That was a very different MRI. You lay on your stomach with your arms over your head, and your boobs are essentially in a box where they take pictures of them, almost like a mammogram machine, but you're laying down, and your head's in like a ring, and it was a whole kerfuffle. It took 2 hours. 2 hours of not moving, of laying there, because there were some issues with the IV. I blew a vein and all that good fun. Trying to find a new vein, all that stuff. And yeah, finally got it done though and finished up. And the doctor called yesterday and said everything looked good. So that is just such a relief. I was nervous. I was real nervous. I've not had an MRI on my boobs, but I've had mammograms and ultrasounds. So it was a new experience. It was just something you gotta do when you're high risk like myself. You gotta stay on top of them. Okay, now I'm gonna take that beautiful green called Lethal. I'm gonna take that on this kind of packer, well, not really packer, more of a round brush. This is one of the cream matte formulas. You know, it's just one of those things. It's scary to have to do. You know, it doesn't. I don't think matters how many times you do it. You're still gonna be panicky and worried and scared because you never know. But that's the point of doing things like this, is to catch things in time, and that's pretty much gonna be the my future. Always is getting checked, and I think next spring I am doing the full-on mastectomy. And I don't know what the after, like, if I go back for scans and stuff after that, I don't know what that entails. I'm going to bring this kind of high and blend it into that crease shade. That's such a pretty, like, vibrant, fun green. Or swampy, but vibrant. I don't know. It's pretty. Just very grassy. Very nice. It's an odd green. It's not one that I see a whole lot in palettes. I think there's something close to this in the Gemini palette. I want that Gemini 2 so bad. Oh, that's so pretty. That's such a pretty little shade. I love the cream formula in this palette too. I feel like it just blends so easy. You don't have to worry about any fallout. But yeah, that was my week. And then we got a stomach bug. So that was also so much fun. It wasn't awful though. It was pretty mild. It just lingered. I'm gonna bring that green up just a bit. Yeah, so that's what's been going on in my little world. I have a regular doctor's appointment tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so done with medical stuff now. After this appointment, I'm done. I'm done for a while. Hopefully. Because my goodness, I just feel like it's like too much. I get very stressed out when we gotta do a lot of medical things. I think I probably have a dentist appointment coming up actually this month also. Never ends. Never ends. Oh, that looks pretty. That's so fun. Just, I love, like, it's bright, but it's still kind of muted. It's not in your face, crazy, over the top green. Just a nice green. So do you guys have any fun plans for summer? Are you going out of town? Are you going on vacation? Let me know. My little vacation, like, to Shreveport was not necessarily the most exciting thing. We went to Target and a Five Below. So exciting. And spent a lot of time in traffic. I'm curious, do you guys have like morning routines that you've set for yourself and like things that you want to get done? Say before work or in the morning. Like, what is your morning routine? What does that look like? I'm currently working on myself a nice morning throughout the day routine. And I've come to realize I need like, technically like 3 routines almost. Because some things I have to move around depending on my husband's schedule that I would normally, maybe would ideally do in the morning, but I need to move them towards evening to accommodate when he's on nights because he needs to sleep. So like on days when, on times when he is on nights, he gets up around 2 in the afternoon and goes to bed around 8 in the morning. So I need to like cook dinner earlier on those days and maybe push laundry to the evening that I would normally do in the morning before I get ready to film. I can have all that done and then come in here and not have to worry about, sound messing up. I like the way this is looking, by the way. And yeah, I was just curious, like, do you guys have any like suggestions of routines that you like to do, or anybody that you've watched on YouTube that has a really good routine? Go ahead and let me know down below. Tag whoever it is in the comment section. Yeah, so my routine can look different every day, and then there's the weeks that he's off work which those can be kind of a little more flexible up in the air. And then when he's on days, I can really hone in on that perfect, like, daytime routine, obviously, or morning routine. As he goes to work at 4 in the morning, and I try to get up like at 4:30 with him, and sometimes it takes 6 or 7. Just depends. Like today I got up at 6. But I would ideally like to get up earlier than that. Alright, let's take the shade called Troop here. Yeah, this is another cream shade. I'm going to just focus it right at the lash line with this little smudge brush. Just add a little depth right there. Well, that's not quite as deep as I thought it would be. That, I think, is my only complaint with this palette, is that it could use some darker shades. Like most of the shades in here are around the same depth level. But that is adding some definition. Yeah, okay, it's doing something. Just kind of to build it. But I think I've kind of nailed down a routine, though, for the most part, and one that will work, that I can adjust depending on that particular week. So it's kind of nice. It's nice to have that routine. I thrive with a routine. I'm somebody who kind of needs that, or else I just get nothing done. And yeah, it's not good. All right, I want to take a little bit of some brown eyeliner. I'm going to take Brownie from Marc Jacobs, just because it's the only good brown I have that's warm. If I get the lid off. Some lids on these are like hard to get off. I'm going to take this at the lash line. I know my stomach is growling. I'm starving. I've had a smoothie this morning, but that was at 6. It is now noon. Yeah, that's some good depth right there. And take that same little smudge brush and soften that out where it sets. I love looks like this. They're kind of simple, but they have something kind of interesting going on, like the shade. Another thing that I have been working on that is kind of tied into the morning routine is goals, like monthly goals. I've set about 4 monthly goals for myself. One of them is to stick to the morning routine best I can. And so far, so good. Another of my goals is to just eat better, take better care of myself, because I do want to be in the best health possible come next spring for when I have surgery. I think that's just a smart thing to do. I think it'd just be better for like recovery and all that, you know, to be in your best physical health. Yeah, so and another little goal is to cook dinner twice a week, and I've already kind of fucked that one up, but I did start out strong, but I just didn't have a chance to get to the grocery store to get groceries. And when I mean cook dinner, I mean like cook a really good dinner, not just something quick that I'm throwing in the air fryer, but like a legit meal, like with fresh veggies and stuff. I've been working on doing stuff like that, and I've gotten very into cooking with fresh things and from scratch. And it's been a little interesting because I'm not somebody who likes to cook. I don't enjoy it, but I think I might have found like a little bit of a joy in that when I'm cook something and it turns out really delicious, like better than something from a restaurant, then I'm in business. I find it kind of fun then, but most of the time I'm not one to be like, let me get in that kitchen. It's not something I enjoy. I think some of my favorite looks have been with this palette. I know I have more stuff on my goal list, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, to at least finish like 3 videos a week as far as them being fully edited, uploaded, thumbnails done. That's another little goal, which for the most part I've stuck to. There's like I haven't made like thumbnails for everything. That's the only place where I'm slacking. But I've got like 10 videos. Now let me think. I'm about 2 months out in content almost, like as far as things scheduled. I've also stayed on top of my blog with that, like having posts go up simultaneously or something always getting posted over there as well, whether it's the same content or not, you know. I'm kind of trying to really work hard on having both of those things a focus, not letting one slack over the other. And then also have the Instagram posts almost at least 3 times a week, sometimes more, depending on if I have some extra I need to post. So I'm usually try to have something ready for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which is kind of like my publishing schedule for everything. Ideally, like I would love to be able to do blogs Tuesday and Thursday that are unrelated to videos and just be on their own pieces. So I'm gonna maybe work on that next month as a goal, incorporating that, because that was always the plan. I just got overwhelmed and had a lot of work to do and just felt like I couldn't devote enough energy to either or to both. I kind of feel like I need to pick either or, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do both because I feel like I got a good jump on everything right now, and I feel like it's a good time to try to expand my production, I guess, content creation, because I truly enjoy creating the content. It's so much fun. I love doing this. I like just sitting down here doing the makeup with you guys. I freaking love doing this. Like, I had no reason to do this today. I just wanted to sit down and film and hang out. You know, I'm not going anywhere. I'm doing a concealer review. That's it. Okay, I'm going to take the shade called Imperia on this little smudge brush and put just a little bit of that on the inner corner. Or just a little subtle pop of glow. Little kiss of gold. Just right there. I like having that little bit of something, some interest. And I'll take a little bit of Queen, just the lightest, like champagne, and pop that kind of over it, a little further in. Brighten it up some. I'm going to tickle a little bit of Queen on the brow bone. I'm kind of into a glowy brow bone at the moment. I don't know why. I used to hate that. Alright, for a little while I was like, nope, don't like it. Now I'm like, highlight the brow bone. And then it'll get kind of toned down as I do the rest of my face and everything. I feel like if a brow bone's too highlighted, it can look a bit dated. With this big fluffy brush still, I'm going to go back into my green. And I'm really just going to come right all up in here with it. And blend it up so that it is visible when my eyes are relaxed and flowing into our transition. Maybe on the center of the lid, we're going to pop just a touch of Orium. This shade is just my favorite in this palette. I'm just going to pat just a little bit right in the middle. This is such a beautiful topper shade because it can work with so many different colors in this palette and take on those colors. It's like definitely a multi-chrome type shade. Yeah, that just gives a little pretty sparkle to the center of the lid. I love that. Like sometimes the shade can look teal, sometimes it can look gold, sometimes it's green. It just really depends what you put it with and what light you're in. It's just stunning color. So I just want to put that just like right there in the middle. Give a little oomph. I've really gotten into these kinds of like topper shades. I think they're so pretty and just fun to play with. I feel like this is just a really nice kind of springy look as well. Okay, let me tidy up this fallout and we'll be right back. All right, girl, we're back. I just went ahead and did my foundation and powder and concealer and all that because that was for another video where I was talking and reviewing the No. 7 Triple Action Serum Concealer. So many things are serum, concealers, and this and that. I'm so tired of saying the word serum all the time. Now the new keyword and stuff is balm. Everything's a balm. A freaking mascara balm. Doesn't that just sound really odd? Like, I don't want a balmy mascara. To me, in my head, I just think of getting Vaseline on your lids and shit going everywhere, like when you try to double cleanse and just having mascara from one end to the other. But I've heard that mascara is actually really good. It's a L'Oreal one. And I'm interested to pick it up. Speaking of mascara real quick, I do want to update my thoughts on this, which I'll go more in depth in like a product update and I think a blog post. But this is the Curl Bounce from Colossal Maybelline. I didn't care for this the first time I used it, but it's been open like a week and a half, you know, where it's been exposed to air and then closed back up. And I found this is actually really beautiful, especially on days with no makeup. It is stunning. It builds so well on itself. Like the first coat, you're like, meh. That second coat, girl, it comes to life. I take back my kind of meh thoughts on this one. I think it's actually really good, really nice. I'll have to definitely do a blog post going into depth with this one because I think it might be a pretty close dupe to Lashy Doll. Like, it has a very similar look on the lashes, even though the wand is different. But I do want to check out that balm one from L'Oreal. I just haven't seen it. Or, well, no, I have seen it in store. I just wasn't interested. Now I am interested. Let's go in some bronzer. This is number 7, and this is in Golden Sand. This is like a gorgeous pale girl bronzer, but I can build it up and use it when I have some self-tan on, and it looks great. This is a stunning bronzer. If you're a ghost or closer to my tan skin tone here, my self-tan shade, or super pale ghost like I normally am, this is such a beautiful product to warm the skin up. It is very much akin to like a Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. This is a treasure right here. Absolute treasure of a product. And I picked it up on whim because it was sitting next to the clearance rack. I don't know if it was on clearance. I don't think it was. It was just sitting by the clearance rack. And I got excited. I was like, ooh, that's pretty. I've never noticed it before. Because I don't peruse all of number 7's products. I tend to go just for like their complexion because they don't really have any exciting like eyeshadow or blush. But I am so impressed with this bronzer. So what I'm going to do is take it on this little fluffy brush here. This is a highlighting brush from e.l.f. My favorite brush for like contour, bronzing, blush. It's such a good little guy. I have like 10 of these at this point. I love them. So we always have one clean. That one just have hair in it. But even the embossing in here is very reminiscent of a Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I can't think of the name of her bronzers. But I think these are probably nicer. But okay, so let me just go ahead and bronze up a little bit just to, I don't know, I feel like we need to be bronzed today with this fake tan going and these green eyes. I just think it would be pretty. A lot of warmth and sun-kissed spring goodness coming through. It's spring when I'm filming this. It's probably gonna be summer by the time I post it because that's how far out I am in content. So I try not to talk about like what time I'm in sometimes because I feel like that kind of can, I don't know, ruin the content in a way. Realizing that, oh, you filmed that like 2 months ago. But that's just the way it works out. I have to pre-film or else I don't get anything done. I don't know how people do this film, edit, upload in like a day turnaround. I don't have the time for that. And I don't even have like a day job, right? I don't have kids, none of that. And I still don't have time for all that. And to have a life outside of this. So I find working ahead really gives me that flexibility to where I don't have to be locked to my computer and chained down to have to get stuff done. All I have to really worry about is making sure there's thumbnails and stuff scheduled. Because I don't like being like down to the wire on stuff. I find that very stressful. And it's just more conducive to my lifestyle and how I work to work ahead and have stuff ready to go. That way I don't have to feel stressed or like a mad rush. Look how pretty this bronzer is. And this is over the self-tan. Without the self-tan, with a slightly lighter hand, it's still so beautiful. There's like no kick up. This kind of has nice, more firmer pressed products where you're not going to pick up too much on the brush. It's just such a graceful, beautiful bronze. It has quickly become a favorite. This has been like the year of the bronzer for me. This and like the last half of 2021. I was just like bronze everything. I don't know what happened to me. I used to not be a bronzer girl. I think it's just because I didn't know how to use it maybe, or I just didn't have shades that I enjoyed on myself. I was always more just a contour kind of gal. But I've definitely gotten more into bronzing and having more bronzer than I do contour. I don't remember the last time I actually used a true like contour shade. It'd probably be like my Patrick Ta one or my Fenty one. And that all depends on the skin tone. Those are a bit too light for me when I have my self-tan on. I'm going to take a larger, little fluffy brush here, just hit the chest and neck area, just to make everything look nice and cohesive. I am such the most lazy self-tanner, that person. I've only self-tanned my top half my arms and like my chest and shoulders, like what you see. You think the rest of me is self-tanned? No, the rest of me is full-on ghost. And well, I was sitting in the car and I was wearing some jeans with cutouts, like, you know, just tore up jeans, and the skin peeping through the jeans was just blinding white in the sun. And then the rest of me is like, you know, I was like, I should probably tan my legs, even if I am wearing jeans. I should probably put some self-tanner on there, just because that's a dead giveaway. It's telling on me. But when I went to the doctor the other day, though, for my exam, you know, I'm topless, and my self-tan basically just stops like right here. So she's probably like, the fuck is this girl doing? Why is she orange? And then a sheet of paper. It was the same color as the paper towel I had over me. She didn't say nothing about it, but she had to be like, girl, maybe don't with the self-tanner. Or just carry it all the way down, will you? Alright, let me go ahead and tackle this lower lash line real quick. I'm just going to go into that shade Troop that we used kind of to start the lash line. I'm going to take that on the same little sponge brush. I was like not chatty really when I first started the video. I think I was still sleepy, but my second cup of coffee has kicked in, so now I'm like, can't shut up. It's like you kind of have to get in that groove. I find that if I start my day vlogging, I'm much better at filming later on in the day. I don't want to put too much on the eyes because I am going to be like reviewing a concealer and talking about it a little bit. So I want to keep them pretty light. Just going to blend a little bit of that one. Clean this little brush off and blow that out some. I just love how blendable these cream to powder eyeshadows are. They are so pretty. I was concerned that they would like crease. No trouble with that at all. So that's also like a really nice surprise because I have very oily under eyes, so I was just anticipating them to be like creasy on me, but they're not. I usually struggle with any kind of cream eye product. All right, let's take a little bit of Queen and clean that little same beauty brush off and hit that inner corner. And I kind of sweep it in this way a bit. Okay, cool. I think that looks really pretty. I like that kind of doe eye look that placement lower lash line gives me. I think it looks nice. All right, brows are done. They're a little large and in charge today. That's just how they are today. Okay, and we're gonna curl the lashes. I'm not gonna do falsies today. I don't feel like it. And I just wanna use this curl mascara and I'm gonna curl my lashes on top of that. I don't think I've combined the two yet because my lash curl had been missing for a while there. So here's like one coat. You know, it's pretty, it's nice, it's just very natural. Wait until I come back for the second coat. And this has a really good long wearing like staying power. This is like, it's not waterproof, but it's like long wear at the same time. It reminds me of I think the Immortal Lash, like KVD back in the day. It reminds me of that in that way. Like it's not the easiest to remove. It's kind of water resistant in a way. So I think that was one of the claims they made about this, was that it was long wearing also. So it definitely does hold a curl well. I think this one having a little age on it just made it amazing. It's so funny how some mascaras just improve over time like that. Like have them, once you get them open for a week and been using them, they just get better. This is a bit of a drier formula. I mean, it was wetter when I first opened it, but it's got a little bit of that sweet spot. And I found the brush really easy to use. It's a really nice size. So here's one coat. Go in for number 2. And look at that. Look how it built on itself so well. Like definitely just gets a little bit thicker and fuller, like voluminous looking. And I really like the way it looks on the lower lash line. I mean, is it bite upswing? No. It's just a really good, like, kind of nice staple mascara, especially for a little bit more of a natural lash. I'm kind of a give me all the volume mascara girl. I don't think you're gonna get like an insane length with this one. You will get a decent amount of volume, and that curling effect. Yeah, see, that looks pretty, doesn't it? It's not over the top too much, but it's just voluminous and fluffy. It's got that kind of fluffiness to it that I really like. And then I'll kind of go over it when they're a little bit drier. I'm just going to soften things up. Blush and highlighter. Okay, so for blush, I'm going to use a lipstick actually. This is Cannoli from Jason Wu. This is one of those products you can use on your cheeks, your eyes, wherever. It's like a 3-in-1 type of thing. I don't love it on the eyes because it does crease, but I love it on the cheeks and lips. But this is the shade Cannoli. Beautiful. This is the Hot Fluff lipsticks. These are a gorgeous matte finish. So lovely. They look amazing on the cheeks. So I'm going to use this as my blush today. I think that will look really pretty with this eye look. And on the lips, I'm thinking about going in with something a bit more vibrant, just a tad more vibrant. This is Mama from ColourPop. I think this might be the shade that I want to use. Yeah, it's got that kind of orangey warmth in it. That's the one. We're taking just a touch of the Juvia's Place highlighter and ice on the cheekbones. So I'm going to take the blush first. I'm just taking it on I think this is a buffing foundation brush, but I used it yesterday for my blush. It's fine. Any kind of brush like this. And I'm just going to take it from the bullet here and then back of the hand, work it into the brush and kind of get more control with the pigment. Just tap that on. This is such a pretty blush formula though. And lip formula. I love these so much. They're some of my favorite lip products from the drugstore. They're, again, not the cheapest at the drugstore, but they are lovely. I think Jason Wu's one of those brands that has like some hero products, and the lip products definitely for me are standouts. Okay, and to further kind of just work that into the skin a bit, I'm just gonna take my beauty blender around these edges and pat, and just melts it right on in. How pretty is this blush? It just has such a gorgeous finish to it. They're matte finish, but there's just, they remind me a lot of the putty blushes on the cheeks from e.l.f. Very similar. And I think the colors just play so well for like a monochromatic look. Very nice product. All right, and let's get our highlighter on. Just gonna do a small amount, not go crazy. This is a very shiny highlighter. It's like a little bit of glitter particle in it. It has that kind of greeny gold undertone. Kind of similar to Jaclyn Hill's Sparks. It's very pretty. It might be just a hair like deeper. All right, glowy skin. I love glowy skin. Let's do those lips. What could I line them with? Let's just use MAC Spice to line the lips, because I don't have a color that really works with that lipstick. It's just to get some definition there to follow. I'm really into this kind of lip color right now. Like these almost corally, orangey red shades. I just went way up my lip line accidentally. Send help. And I'm gonna clean up the lip line a little bit with some concealer because it got a little outside the line. I don't know what happened. Just, you know what, that's good as it's gonna get. I need to leave it alone or I'm gonna make it worse. But anyway, it's good enough. I'm gonna use a little bit of this clear gloss from the Shine Loud just on the center of the lips. Okay, that looks pretty. All right, let's brush hair out. Why do I have so much static in my hair? What is going on? My hair is like full of static today. Oh my gosh. Why? I hardly ever have that problem. But dang. Are you, look at this. Can you see that? It's like I wrote a balloon on my head. Why? Why? I don't know what to do. Okay. Well, anyway. Let's put some jewelry on. Okay, Okay, and here is our look all done. Hair fixed, styled, not really. Just kind of tamed the crazy static that was in it. But yeah, this is our look all complete. I actually ended up changing out the lip a little bit. Because the gloss was making it get all like flaky. Like, you ever have a gloss that does that with a certain lipstick formula where it just kind of goes flaky and starts crumbling away? That was happening. So, no gloss and a matte kind of fiery lip. So yeah, I like this look. I think it's pretty. It's springy, it's summery, it's just fun, kind of fresh, but still interesting with the grass green eyes, and I love it. So yeah. Oh yeah, and this is my new little snake earrings. How cute are those? Need to show you those. I feel like that suited to wear snake earrings with the green eye. Okay. We have some poison ivy vibes going on today, a little bit with the lip and the eyes. But yeah, anyway. Thanks for hanging out today, having a cup of coffee with me, playing some makeup, chit-chatting about life. Chit-chatting about life and all the things. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay spooky, take care of yourself out there. Bye now.